I will.
Show everyone. This is a this is a heartbreaker to me. This is a heartbreaker to me. I live in South Dakota, and there has been a situation going on for the last, I don't know, September 4th or 5th, if I'm not mistaken. And it has to do with a young man, Tyler Weathersby. He disappeared on the 4th of September, if I'm not mistaken. And it has been a mystery to us all about this young man's whereabouts. And what we are pleading for tonight, what we are going to plead for and scream to the top of the mountain is for this man to be returned home. He has a 6-month-old baby. He has a mother that misses him. He has a wife that would love to see him. He has friends. He has a business. And he has a whole world that was created by him, by his hard work and his fight to win, to be different. So this conversation tonight will be a little sensitive, and I want everybody to be respectful of all parties involved because all we want to know and all we're trying to do is to get the word out. So Tyler Weathersby will be brought home, come home, will be found, but we need to see this young man's face. This is Uncle Selwyn with the Tyler Weatherby story. Let's bring Tyler home. Is Laura Bullock on the line? Is
I
Mona
thought you
Lisa
said I
here?
was introducing people, sir.
Well, my mouth is just,
Hi,
I think I did a
everyone.
great job.
Hi. Hello, hello.
Hello, Mona Lisa. How are you
Hey.
doing? This is Mona Lisa Perez.
Yes, yeah.
Yep. This would be
Yeah,
Tyler's beautiful wife.
yeah. Hi.
Mona, I want you to, why are we here?
Yeah,
Why are we still here 6 months later?
yeah. I'm wondering the same thing. This season has been extremely dreadful for our family and very confusing. And we just want to know where Tyler is at. I feel in my gut that he is alive somewhere. I just don't know where. And I just want answers. I just want answers so we can
As
move
we
forward with our life.
as we all do, Mona
Yeah.
Lisa, I want to go back to he got missing on the 4th, right? Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. I want to know what was everything okay on
Mm-hmm.
the 3rd? Was everything okay? Were y'all vibing? Was he
Yeah.
changing diapers or how did
Yes.
this because there's a lot of video that's been shown
Mm-hmm.
about him
Mm-hmm.
take he walked every morning.
Yeah.
So take us. I want to know what happened. I want to know how the last 24 hours was, if
Yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah, for sure. So Tyler, he was not in reality. His I don't want to go in too much detail just with his mental because, like I said, I feel he is alive somewhere, and that's not for me to share. That's his
Yeah.
testimony. But all I will say, I will respect my husband in the public. And his mental, um, he just was not in reality. I don't know what was going on. I tried getting him back to reality. And he went on his walk and he did not come back home. And that's the truth of it. And none of us know where he went. And that's what we're kind of all still trying to figure out. So,
We have Laura Bullock, which is uh, my representative from South Dakota Missing Persons.
Mm-hmm.
Laura, you were the one that reached out to me and says, Uncle Selwyn, I want you to help me scream Tyler's Weatherby's name to the top of the mountain. Uh,
Yeah.
what's your thoughts on this, Mama?
Yeah.
Yes, I mean that's kind of that was the conversation, and that's really what we've all been, focused on, is really trying to get his face out there, get his name out there, have as many eyes, in the public knowing who Tyler is, and ultimately bringing him home. I run the South Dakota Missing Persons page, so I deal with a lot of families and a lot of missing people, teens all the way up to adults. And kind of working through things with the families, reaching out to them and being a support for them, is kind of what I do. So I had initially got the information on the 5th of September, and I believe, Mona, it was your sister Ashley that had posted initially,
Mm-hmm.
and I
And
reached
we
out to her and
both,
said, hey.
yeah, and we both did that poster. She just posted it because I was focused on, you know,
Yeah,
finding Tyler. So I do want to
absolutely.
clarify that. A lot of people have been saying just a lot of stuff that's not true and very disturbing, for their own vain reasons and entertainment. And that's furthest from the truth. So I do want to state that I have been involved every step of the way. And social media is kind of was my last resort at that time because I did have people around me that was handling that. So,
Well, you know, I have seen a lot of things in my life, girls.
mhm,
I've seen a lot of things. I have been to a plethora of funerals in the last 5 years. If nobody knows, I am the uncle of the late George Floyd, and we fight for impacted family members all over the world. Gun violence, you name it. Police brutality, sex trafficking, missing people. All I want to do is make a difference and an impact in this world with the platform that was unintentionally uh, put into my face by the killing of my nephew. And this is so passionate to me
mhm,
about helping people because this young man couldn't have just disappeared from the face of the earth. That doesn't happen. I know we live in South Dakota. I know there's a bunch of mean ass people in South Dakota that don't really particularly care about a black man moving up. And let me get this right, y'all. It's not about black and white with me.
mhm,
I have 7, 9 biracial babies, so it's not about a black and white thing to me. But I know there's certain places in this country that a black man is still not heavily populated, and South Dakota is one of them. So and after doing all my due diligence and talking to a plethora of people, I just want to know, where is this young man at? Because
mhm,
people just don't vanish from the face of the earth. People just don't go for a walk, something that they do every morning, and disappear. Mona, the last time you saw Tyler, where was it at? What time was it? Tell me that,
mhm.
if you would.
Yeah, it was that morning when I was taking the kids to school. We all walked out of the garage and he went on his walk, and I took the kids to school. The school's about like the most 5 minutes away from our house. And so when I came home, me and Seven, which is our baby, came
Big
into
up
our,
to 7.
huh? Yeah, Seven.
Big up to 7.
Yeah, so me and Seven came, we dropped them off and we came back home and we took a nap. Um, when I woke up, that's when it was probably between the times of 10:30, between 10 to 11 a.m. That's when I called my mom and stuff, and realized, like, okay, Tyler's not back yet. What's going on? And then that's when we kind of started the process of, calling friends and family, calling the police. And yeah.
What had the police done about this?
I feel like they've been very, very helpful so far. The detective, I'm constantly in contact with her. Any lead that we may get, she's on it right away. Um, and so, yeah.
Let me ask you a question, Mona Lisa. And we talked over the
Yeah.
last couple of days.
Yeah.
I know the best possible case scenario. We
Yeah.
will find this guy. We will find him because I'm
Yeah.
going to scream it to the top of the mountaintop.
Yes, and that's what we need.
Do you have any perception or any thought of any idea
Yeah,
what happened, where this guy is?
I think Tyler is somewhere. Whether that's if he's in his right state of mind or not. I've had a gut intuition that he is alive somewhere. Um, I that's what I feel, and yeah, I feel he is somewhere, and I just want to find him so we can figure out the next steps. But there is nothing leading to any sort of foul play or anybody mishandling him. Tyler was not involved in anything dangerous. And so the last seen camera footage is of him walking towards up the interstate, and that's the last where anybody has seen him. And so I feel he hitchhiked somewhere and he's somewhere. He is somewhere. And I just want the truth. I just want answers, not only for me, but for our children. We have 3 children that we have raised together. And it's not just my emotions that I'm handling, it is these 3 kids that I am handling as well, where they are missing their dad. They don't know what's really going on. It has been such a dreadful, exhausting season in our life. And I just want the truth so we can move forward with our life.
And he didn't take his cell phone or anything, if I'm correct.
No, he did not. And that's another thing that I do want to clear up. Tyler, when he would go on his walks, there would be a lot of times where he would not take his stuff, where he would just want to go out on walks. He's very into meditating.
Clear the mind.
Yes, very into meditating and all of that stuff. And so that wasn't a question for me, seeing that, oh, he didn't bring his phone. Like, he would do that quite often.
How is his family handling this?
I really don't want to comment on his family.
Okay. Okay.
That's
Okay.
not for the public to even know. That's no.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Going back
Oh,
just a minute here, someone, if I can interrupt just a minute.
yeah. Yeah.
I know we had all kind of talked about the video of the last, the last known sighting, and the police had said, it was in the area of Marion and Madison, going towards the interstate, and that video hasn't been released to the public. And I know that's something that we all kind of spoke about, that is probably a critical piece and an important
Yes,
piece,
I agree.
that we were kind of hoping, and maybe,
And I
maybe we
know,
got done, or know
and
that's something that.
I know among us all behind the scenes, we have been talking and trying, asking people, hey, can you get in, in talks with whoever the higher up is here into, police department. I know someone talked to Julian, correct, that he would talk to the chief to figure out if we can get that last camera footage released. I have been trying, I have been communicating and talking with quite a bit of people, and they have told me that they are doing their best to get that released, because that does need to be released to the public. And that is quite annoying to myself why they have not released it.
You know, I, sweetie, I am just totally and lost. I'm literally lost. I am literally lost because I still say again, I know this is a rhetorical, I'm saying the same thing over and over and over again. I find it absolutely unbelievable
Mm-hmm.
that someone can go missing
Mm-hmm.
from Sioux Falls, South Dakota at 7:30 in the morning and never be seen again.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler, if
And
you
we
can
are
hear,
all, and we're all, you know,
yeah,
thinking that and dealing with it. This is my real life. This isn't, a social media thing. This is real life right now that we are
dear God
currently
bless you.
going
Yes, it
through.
is.
And for people to sit here and assume and just come up with the craziest narratives it's disgusting. It's quite disgusting.
Sweetie, people have everybody has their own thoughts. And like I said, I was telling somebody the other day, people sometimes need to keep their opinions to themselves because a lot of opinions are like butts. Amy, I'm
Mm.
being nice there. They stink. And whenever people want to bring up some kind of misguided thoughts,
Yeah,
they need to keep them to themselves because
exactly.
this is about a man that's 32 years old
Yes,
that
yes,
has a baby, that has a wife, that has a career, that has a
yes,
family, that
exactly.
needs to be brought home. So
Exactly.
please, if anyone out there, this was done because I asked to do this to use my platform
Yes.
so we could help Mona Lisa
Thank
and his
you.
family and her babies bring this young man
Thank
home.
you. Thank
Hey,
you.
Stephen. So, actually, let me invite. So Stephen is somebody who actually searches too. Stephen, I know you're coming in late. Um, and I just invited Dan up too. We have a young man who's missing out in South Dakota. And I don't know if there's anything you guys can do to help, but maybe one of the things you guys can do is
We have
give.
contacts. I know Dan does, and I do too for up there. So, um,
No, his family has not been excluded from day one. I want to set that clear. I've actually been trying to communicate with both his mom and his brother, but they will not communicate back. And I really just want to make that clear for
okay.
all of you here in the
Well,
comments
can I
saying
ask?
things that are not true. Um, I
Well, and
have
that
tried multiple
Just
times, and if I wanted to, I could
Mona,
expose.
Mona,
Um,
just ignore them.
yeah,
Mona
no,
Lisa,
it's
that's
just
not
to
what
the
we're here
point
for.
where
I know.
can you block them off of this, please? Because it's so unacceptable. Like,
it's
can you please block these people off? They are here to be a
Somebody turn the
distraction.
comments off.
Okay, thank you. What are you
I don't
talking
know how to do it, or I
about?
would.
What are you talking about? You don't even know Tyler's mom. Do you want to know something? Tyler kicked her out of our house the day before because she would not listen to me when I was trying to tell her that her son, there's something mentally going wrong with Tyler. And you want to know what she told me? Well, I'm going to get up out of this house then. Oh, and another thing, she also said, oh, Tyler just has spiritual gifts. He just doesn't know how to use
Maggie,
them
turn
yet.
them off.
Mona
No,
Lisa,
like get out of
Mona
here. Get
Lisa,
out of here. You guys are
Mona
literally
Lisa,
I
don't
being
do
got you.
this.
blinded by this woman. She is not stable. She is unstable and it's not okay. It's
Mona
Thank
not
you,
Lisa,
Rachel.
okay. She has
don't do this
made
to
my
yourself.
life hell. And if she really cared about her granddaughter, she would have came here. She did not come here to help. I have been trying to reach out to her. And she
Mona,
won't reach back out to me, but
Mona
she will be on
Lisa,
social media spreading so many lies. It is not okay. It is
Mona
not
Lisa,
Mona
okay.
Lisa.
honey,
It
honey,
is not okay. I am
honey.
here by
Relax, sweetie.
myself raising 3 kids, and my husband is missing. He is missing, and all of you want to make this a fucking show. It is not a show.
Mona
This
Lisa.
is real life. No,
Listen,
I've had it.
we
This is
we
Sweetie.
real
turned it
life.
off.
and I'm
We turned it off, Mona
gonna
Lisa.
use my voice.
You use your voice, girl. We turn the comments
You
off,
have
so
to.
I'm sorry that just, that's just disrespectful.
No, I've had it. I've had it with them. They are cowards. They are cowards. Where are they at? They haven't helped. They're on social media coming up with some stupid ass shit, which is not okay. And I've had it. I've had it. His mom has not done shit. His mom, while she was here, caused so much shit. You guys want me to come on here and really expose some shit? Because I will. Connor Stewart, you ain't doing shit. You're on fucking social media making a show out of this. You're weird. You're weird. Tyler didn't even like you. Tyler would tell me, get that pumpkin spice latte bitch out of here. Shut the fuck up. I've had it. Had it.
You guys, I think
Take a breath. Breathe. Take a breath, Mama. Take a breath.
yes, I think
This is about finding Tyler. This is
and that's where I want to bring it
everyone
back to.
that's
Like at the end of the
everybody.
day, they've got two sides of the family, and either way that this goes, if Tyler's found, if Tyler's not found, like these people have to coexist in life. There's a baby.
They got baby.
Exactly. She has a
There's a
damn
baby in here, you
granddaughter,
guys,
but
and
wants to come up on social media talking crazy shit, literally coming up with so many lies. All of the things that come out of that woman's mouth is lies. Do you want to know what his dad told me on the phone? Mona, you should have never had Tyler Janine. You should have never had Janine at your house. She's a very unstable person. She is the one that triggered him. She triggered his mind. She triggered his mind. He started acting weird when his mom was here.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
So, what I need to know, like Dan's going to ask the same thing. He left the home, right? And then,
Yes.
so can you tell me? And I'm
I
sorry
feel,
that this is all going on. It's just I want to help, and Dan can absolutely do it too. But we just need to know the fundamental. All right, he left home. Was he upset? Did he? And what happened?
so when he left home that day before, he was not in reality. He was acting, it was like he was in a euphoric type of reality. I was trying to figure out what was wrong with him. That's why I texted his mother, because she was here that day, and I said, hey Ma, can you please, I need to have a conversation with you. Something isn't right with Tyler. And that's when it blew up. Me and her got into an altercation because she wouldn't listen to me. I needed help because Tyler was not acting right. He spent $6,000 that day. He was not, like I said, he was not in reality. He kept saying, babe, I'm in the promised land. We're in the promised land. He would go out in nature and say, look at the roses are talking to us. The roses are talking to us. Started hugging trees. He was doing really weird things. I was scared. I didn't know what to do because this is not like Tyler
Is his mom a
at
drug
all.
user? Like, does his mom do shrooms, anything like that? Like that would
Who?
his mom that would have like
I
No.
don't.
enabled him in any
Yeah.
way or any? Is he normally like? Has he ever done anything like that? Other like anything that would have put him in a
Yes, so he
psychosis?
tried. Yes, he tried shrooms a month and a half prior to this for the
Okay,
first time. I was not around him. I've never touched any of that stuff, but yes, he
that's
did.
okay. There's no judgment. I mean,
Okay,
I've done
yes,
them.
he did. And he would smoke the CBD joints
Okay,
at like Roland Smoke here. He would smoke them every single night. He would have his man time, go out into the garage when we were sleeping,
I
and he
wonder if he
would
got a
smoke a
hold of a
joint in
bad
the
batch.
garage.
Like, because so the only reason why I ask this is because this is not him. It's very
No,
uncharacteristic.
this is
Okay,
not Tyler. No, that's why I'm saying I feel
okay.
like he's somewhere alive, out of his mind. I don't think he's in reality.
What is the area that you're at? Where would he? Where's the area y'all? I guess live.
We're in Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Dan. Do you know a team that's in Sioux Falls?
I can reach out. I'm looking into the case right now.
Yeah, that's because sounds like to me she's been trying to find her husband. He went on because this is what I'm going to just take. I'm just going to say this from a person. So I'm a recovering addict, believe it or not. But
Okay.
I've been recovering for 9 years, and what I can tell you is actually my little brother Timmy smokes. He was smoking Delta 8 or whatever they call it. He got a hold of bad shit, and it messed him up for damn near almost, well, I'd say 72 hours.
Wow.
And so I wonder if he just honestly got something that wasn't good, and it wasn't it's something routine to him. He wasn't thinking, right?
Yeah.
He smoked it, and then he's off in a whole nother world right now. And the crazy part is you're right. He could be out there, and he's came to, but he has no fucking idea where he's at.
No, literally, I really feel that in my gut. I've felt that since the second day. I know my husband is alive. I feel it. I feel it. He's
And
not
there's
in his
no
right state of mind.
no way, and I'm only asking this because of the mom situation. No way she would try to hide him or anything like that. And I'm
No,
not saying that he would try not to come home, but if he's still in that state of mind, he obviously, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. At this point, I really don't know because everything that she's saying on social media that comes out of that woman's mouth is literally a complete lie. It's quite scary, actually.
That's
Very,
what I'm
very
worried about.
scary.
That's what I'm really worried about is because it's like, well, if this is a situation that it could be where he's in some state, and
Yeah.
if she is the way she is, then obviously she's not the best person in the world,
No.
right? And then
No.
if she thinks, oh well, maybe you're going to be upset or something like that, and she's just escalated it way over, and he has no clue. Like what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's just not. He's in his own little world right now.
No, exactly.
How long has this been, if you don't mind me asking? Like period of
This
time.
this has been since September 4th. And even the day before, like I said, he spent $6,000 on he bought me a new ring and him a ring. And even what he was saying, he literally was just saying crazy stuff like, keep this ring on, this ring will always connect us. Like we have to be equally yoked, babe. Like keep this ring. He tried to take us to a car dealership to buy a Benz, a new car. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, just trust. I'm a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. Like, no, you're not. Like, what are you doing? And when I would try,
Yeah, so something's going on because he's like, so that's manifestation. I mean, just saying. So
yes.
he's
And when
somewhere.
I would try to bring him, I'm like, babe, I would be like, you're Tyler Blake. You're Tyler Blake. And he's like, he would get mad at me. He'd be like, no, no. He even took our son.
Any trauma, any head trauma, anything like that?
No, not while he was with me. He didn't have any head trauma.
It only asks like car wrecks or anything like that because this
Any
is just
car wreck.
questions of trying to figure out who.
So
who
when he
is and
was
where
like
he would be.
7, yeah, when he was 7 years old, around that time, he got ran over by a forklift or something like that. So he's been in extreme,
Yeah, I got you.
accident when he was a
David.
child.
So the last thing, and it's just trying to help me because from what I understand, that story is pretty clear, and I do hate that you're going through that. I mean,
No, it's really sad. Like I'm literally getting prosecuted for it's crazy. Like I'm over here
That's you.
doing my best and trying my best to figure out where Tyler is at. And it's like I can't even it's
when you
crazy.
go to what does law enforcement say, if you don't mind me asking? 'Cause
They're like he's out there somewhere. We don't know where he's at. They really feel he is somewhere.
phone and everything left with you, right?
Huh?
Is the phone? He left everything with you, didn't he? And just took off.
He literally left everything on the counter in the kitchen.
Yeah. All right, fuck.
And he
Even
even the day
iWatch,
before.
anything? Like, does he have an iWatch or anything that he
No,
wouldn't
no. And I do want to say too, the day before as well, he took our son out and he was saying I see, you know, he was like just saying he was seeing things. He thought that gas was free, so he went to a gas station with our son to try to get free gas because he was believed he was
Right?
in the
You're
promised land.
gonna.
Wow.
He
Can I ask you
also,
Wow.
any history of schizophrenia with the mom or anything? Please don't take that wrong. You just because there's something that it's a psycho sounds like a psychosis
Can I
yes,
case.
intervene?
exactly, and
Can I
that's
intervene for a second? Can I intervene for
yes,
a second? Stephen,
yes,
I'm Uncle Selwyn. Dan, I'm Uncle Selwyn. I'm in South Dakota. I would love to communicate with y'all. What I would
Roger.
love to do is I would love for us not to. Uh, Mona's telling how she feels about mom, but I'd like to keep it as just as kind as we can
yeah,
because
for
Absolutely.
we
sure,
don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
for
Roger.
sure.
Yes, and that's you guys that we don't want to get into that. Like that wasn't really
Yeah.
the intention. We just this stuff kind of went the other way because if we can even take it back, like Mona, you and Janine did have a decent relationship up until the point, and I know you don't want to speak on like the stuff that transpired at the house, but
I want you to
I
hear.
really,
you
if I'm
guys
being
did have a
completely,
good relationship
I
before.
mean,
You guys have been together for 7 years,
well,
right? You and Tyler.
if I'm being completely
Mother,
honest, I
mother,
probably
mother.
only have seen Tyler's mom within the 7 years a handful. I can like 3 to 4 times, and we never. It was just very mutual. It was never like a very deep connection that we
I'm,
had ever. Which that's okay, but we've never like got into any fights or altercations. We were just both very respectful to each
and
other
you,
always, you know?
Mona, I gotta ask. Like, and I get what everybody's saying. There's a reason why I'm asking it. So with SARS, right? And Dan can speak on this. I'm trying to figure out if he has went to a psych. If something is going on, trigger. Is it possible? And you've called hospitals. We've called everything.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I even got in contact with sorry, my bad.
No, you're good.
Um I even got in contact with like the police department in Chicago because that's
Okay.
where Tyler is from. So I'm like, maybe if he's not in his right state of mind, like that's where he grew
Yeah.
up, like would he go back to Chicago not realizing and not knowing? And
Did
so
y'all
I've
go on
even
walks and stuff like that? Like, did y'all like going out in the nature and stuff like that? You
yes,
got a
yes, we
favorite
love
place y'all?
nature.
Okay, so obviously I know you probably have. You went to one of his favorite spots,
Yes, I
right?
did. I checked there all the time and I literally, we have trails right next to our house. I've even
Okay.
went deep into the trails to try to find him and nothing.
Something just not adding up, man. Like,
It's not adding up. It's not
no.
adding up, Stephen. It's not adding up. People just don't disappear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I learned that the hard way too.
Not,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
not, and you're talking about somebody that just had a newborn baby. Baby's
Yeah,
no,
3 months
I mean, he
old.
sounds
literally,
like a good father. I mean, y'all got
You
three
know,
kids together. It sounds like a good dude.
literally,
7
we
years.
had seven was what, 4 or 5 months old.
Wow.
So
so
yeah, we just had her.
Something's triggered. Like the thing that's got me is like so, and he is he a pretty upbeat guy most of the time, anyways. Like just really like a happy guy more so than anything.
No, he he's very calm, I would say. He does struggle with depression.
Okay,
So he does have depression.
Dan, I got Dan. Depression wouldn't have manic episode though, right?
no, no.
Okay, that's what
It,
I
de-
was.
it
Because
depends on the
here's my
depression.
fear is that I have to have a fear. Like, and I'm just being honest. Like, is there for whatever reason if he went in water for whatever reason? Like, there's things that because see, I'm known like so I search more in water, but I've been on land now, and then I'm working towards my SAR2, and I do a lot of work with Steve Fisher. Um, I would like your permission to actually to so when I get off here, I would like to call Steve
Mm-hmm.
and speak to him about this because this is what he's known for
Okay.
is actually tracking down this kind of case.
Okay.
So I find it crazy. Like But the dynamic with the family, it was pretty good, right? You
Yes, there
didn't
was
see her like
nothing.
every once in a while.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter. But other than that, good, strong family dynamic
Yeah,
for the
like I
most
mean,
part.
we
Okay.
wouldn't really. They lived in Chicago, or where I don't even. I think his mom now lives in Baltimore. Greg is in Wyoming, I think, or something. And so, I mean, like we would call them on the phone, but it's not like
I got you.
yeah.
And Stephen, one thing that she mentioned to me that he had communicated with some other folks a year or so ago, and just saying that
Yes,
one day in his life, he wanted to disappear
yes.
and just change his life.
Yes. So Tyler, a person actually came out probably 2 days ago, and told me that he sent her messages of him wanting to disappear, start his life over. He actually would tell me that as well. I have messages to prove that, within the past year, of just when he would go into his depression, he would
I
message me.
swear, it sounds like he's manic. And I hate to
Yeah,
say that, but it sounds like he was in a manic state when he left.
yes, that's what yes, yes. Um,
So the problem that you have with that is there's like and it sucks for you. I get it because there's a number of things, and all you're trying to do is find answers.
yes,
And at the end of the day, it's like it's for your kids more than it is yourself, right? And I mean,
yes,
it's like making sure he's good. Even if he's
yes.
out there and it's good, he's gone. But the problem is not knowing that. So I could tell you this. There's a lot I would like to say, but I'm not going to say it online. But
Okay.
what I will say is that the thing that I could do is I could reach out to Steve because the girl that went missing, L.A. girl, and they were trying to track her down. He found her, and knew where she was able to track her down. People leave trails; they always do, man. And now it's Dan will tell you this, man. There's got to be. It's going to be. It's obviously tough because the only part that's got me is law enforcement. So law
Mhm.
enforcement, they did a missing persons report, correct?
Yes, yes, we've done
Okay.
all of that.
Okay, and then I'm assuming they looked at phone records and everything to try to see.
Yes, they have
Okay,
all of that stuff, and they literally were like, nothing's out of the ordinary, like nothing, nothing.
nothing's out in front to say he's where they can know where he's at.
Yes.
Okay, that is, I just don't. And
It is mind blowing. It is mind blowing,
Yeah,
Stephen, that
that's
I
what I'm trying to
wonder,
figure
you
I
out.
wake
don't
up.
know. Sorry.
Was it a morning time or evening?
It was in the morning,
It was
seven
morning.
thirty.
Y'all
Like he was
behave in
going
the
to work
comments.
almost.
Sorry, what'd you say?
I'm telling the people to behave in the comments.
All
It was
right,
like,
so
was it a normal work week? Anything like that?
So we work from home. We're
Okay,
entrepreneurs. We have our own business.
that's awesome.
Yeah, so we don't like go physically somewhere to work. So,
Yeah, no, I got you.
our home, our basement.
I feel that. I get it. Okay. Well, I'm just going to sit back and listen. I'm going to add you if you'll see, I'll follow you, and then the uncle, I should follow you already because I've seen you with Amy a lot, and I'm always in there listening.
Yeah, I
Um,
got a message from somebody who said that there was a neighbor across the street that said that he had come over and basically thanked them for everything they had done.
Yes, so that too. Yes, yes. And
huh?
I'm so glad he sent you that message. The day
No,
before.
that was a woman.
Oh, Nicole. So her husband is Darnell. So they're both.
Wow.
Yes. So he did. He went over to their house, and he said that they said that he knocked on their door and told them, thank you guys for everything. And they thought it was really odd because Darnell, which is the husband of Nicole, I probably should not be saying their names. I'm so sorry. But he said that when Tyler was there, his eyes, he was like, it was weird because Tyler's eyes, like in the middle, it was like all like there was no pupil. It was just all glazed over.
Oh, something. He was in a euphoric state.
Yeah,
I know what was
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
something. He was
yeah,
way
yeah,
going.
yeah. And he was walking if you've seen the video, Stephen and Dan, he was walking like he was like in a euphoric state.
Just
Yes,
kind
and
of
That's
springy.
mushrooms.
yes, and he
No, no, he was walking slow and
yes.
lackadaisical, like,
Okay,
"Hey,
got you.
Stephen, how are
Got you.
you?"
The night before, he barely he was like barely sleeping. He was paranoid. He was looking out the windows. Like, that's not like him. Like,
See, now that right
he
there
doesn't
stumped
do
me.
that stuff.
That stumped me because that sounds like
Yeah.
you got some tweaking going on there.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say
You
M
know?
word. Yeah.
Yep. We don't say that word,
Yeah. I
but
forgot.
that sounds like,
I'm used to YouTube now. Like
yeah, yeah,
that's just
you know,
I got off of the TikTok platform. Like I'm still here, but I moved to YouTube just because you can actually talk. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And then,
yeah.
Hey,
but
just to
no,
interrupt for a second, Mona, because I hadn't heard about this neighbors. When was that he went to the neighbors?
The day before, the day he got the rings.
On the 3rd.
Yes.
And the 3rd, just so, like, just for clarity purposes, the 3rd is when his mom, Janine, had flown out early that morning, correct?
No, that's
Or
when
was that the 4th? Was
that's
that
when
she
she
flew out?
left. That's when she left our house because he came home and he said, Ma, if you are going to disrespect my wife and our household, you're going to have to leave. This is our household. And so she left. And I don't know when she went. I don't know when she left or anything.
I want to
I'm
say that was like
of
she
that.
flew out at like 5 o'clock in the morning on the 4th, the day that he essentially went missing. Can you talk to us about not about the situation with his mom, nothing of that, but just how that night went? After mom has left, that afternoon, how did that night go for you guys? Like, how did you
Yeah,
feel, other than him being in kind of a different state of mind?
yeah, he was just, like I said, he was just coming in and out of reality. Like that's what, it was just, like I said, he barely slept. He took our son to the skate park, and when he came back, he was saying he was seeing stuff. He thought he was working for God. He went to the co-op store with Raiden as well and thought that an angel paid for it. He was just doing stuff like that.
Right.
And I
Well,
was
and
just trying to stay calm and trying to get him back to reality. I did not know what to do. I was like, what is going on?
right.
this is gonna sound stupid, but
You
so I gotta ask this, and I'm gonna leave this be. So there's a case I'm working that's in Sparta, Tennessee, and it's weird. It eerily sounds like this, but the only thing is no possible way that maybe, and don't take this personal, that maybe that he didn't know that, like maybe there was a rug problem that you wasn't aware about. He understands that he really maybe that the possibility because HIPAA won't allow you to know. I'm just gonna be honest, and maybe he went and got help or something like that, or
Mm-hmm.
like
I've been honestly talking about this a lot recently, because yeah, they won't tell us if there's a patient in anywhere, even like the homeless shelters, because I even called out to
yeah,
Chicago.
wild man.
Yeah, I called out to Chicago, trying to contact homeless shelters there.
Wow.
And they literally shut me down. They said, we can't tell you if he's here. Like, it's a part, I don't know, it's a
The
part
only
of his
reason why I'm
loss.
having a problem is because working with law enforcement a lot, and I'm sure South Dakota can explain this, and so can Missing, is a lot of times you find those one-off departments that are just underqualified, but a lot of them, like when they take missing people serious, and they'll look into everything. And at a point, what's got me stumped is they're saying nothing looks out of the place or out of the ordinary.
Stephen,
He's
I want to jump in on this.
just gone.
So
I want to jump in on this.
So
I want
they
to
are
jump in on
gonna,
this, please.
okay.
We're in South Dakota, Stephen.
Okay.
And once again, I don't want nobody to think that I am pulling the race card. But a black
You
man
good,
in
buddy?
South Dakota with a white woman that is doing good,
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
Like I was saying.
he probably had alienated somebody somewhere or another. So this wasn't that important because I guaranteed you, and please don't nobody bash Uncle Silver because I am for the people 24/7, 365, all day, every day. But just sometimes some things are more important than others to people. And I just honestly feel in my heart that this wasn't that important to the authorities in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I just don't feel like it was high priority.
Hey,
How soon before was the baby born?
Um, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just.
Because somebody had asked, was there possibly like a triggering event or something like that? And I
We
mean, I'm
just
not
had a
trying to say the
baby.
baby's like a bad
No,
triggering event or anything.
we just had a baby, and that's one thing I've been thinking about too. She was 4 months when he left.
Stop. Hold on. I don't mean to. I don't mean to interfere. Matthew, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong, my friend. I got a Confederate flag taken off the little town that I live in,
so they
and
just hit a wall. Okay.
I've got neighbors. I've got neighbors that I talked to for 25 years, and they don't talk to me anymore. So don't tell me that South Dakota loves everyone. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry to intervene, but I just saw
I
that
was
one. I
just
just had to
asking
get that one
about the
out.
baby and how like
um,
soon the baby had been born before. That was it.
yeah, 7 will be 1 March 1st.
So she was like 6 months, right? Because
Yeah, I
you
do the
went.
math. I'm sorry, I can't.
You're
um,
okay. Right.
but yeah, I just want to know. I just want to know where Tyler is. Um, and yeah, this has
Um,
been a dreadful season, to say the least.
You know, dear, the only way we're going to find Mr. Tyler is to keep uh, screaming his name, keep getting that face in different places,
Yeah.
and to have professionals like Stephen and David get behind us and help us win this battle because this young man has to be found. He has to show his face. He
No, I
has
did
a
not freaking throw away all his clothes. All of his stuff is still here in the same spot
Mona
as it was
Lisa. Mona
before.
Lisa. Don't worry about those. Don't worry about those.
Um, so I got a question um for Stephen and Dan. And I know this, I know it's a little like, I don't know. I guess,
Yeah.
what do you guys think about like what could potentially be done in cases where, I don't know, just having something to where people who do go missing, like voluntarily,
The canine did search.
I know they can go into police
Mm.
departments and stuff like that, but not everybody wants to do that. But it's so grossly unfair to family members who don't, know. Any thoughts? I
So the
just,
best thing to
I want
do.
to lobby.
Okay, so real quick, before I gotta jump out and get my little one to bed, the best thing to do is what you're doing right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Getting his face out there as far and as fast as possible, even if it takes
Yes.
walking around passing out flyers, reaching out to search and rescue teams in that area, especially nonprofits or volunteer groups out in that area. Now, you said dogs have already conducted searches. Do you know
Yes.
what kind of dogs?
Um, they're dogs
Let-
that. Oh, hold on. My children are. One second.
Laura,
That's a good
I'm,
question, Dan, because I'm wanting to know if it's going to, because there's
Hold on, guys.
tracking
I'm
and then
almost
there's
done.
cadaver.
Yep,
And
I know that. I know that
Hold
I heard that prairie dog canine that they were out. And I'm not sure about any others.
No, what I'm asking was it live find dogs or cadaver dogs?
Scent detection, cadaver, and blood trained.
Okay.
I will
okay,
say, yeah, I will say, they are going to release a statement this week. Um, they did, even the FBI got involved in Tyler's case because Tyler is that loved. and they looked at every possibility and they found nothing. So they will be releasing that this week, either Thursday or Friday. And also they said they will more than likely be releasing that video as well, which is good. Because that video does need to be released to show, just to show and see if there's any cars around or,
That
What
would be
is the
nice
one of
to
them
see.
walking on the sidewalk in the neighborhood?
I've got to go run and tend to my son, just like Dan's got two with his
Don't
daughter.
forget, Stephen, Justin Gaines.
No, I know. I'm gonna tell you right. So just from so I'm still fairly new. I've been doing it for right at a year, but Amy and them will tell you. So I run GPR, ground penetrating radars. I have thermal drones, and I'm a drone operator. And so, when people are buried, I can find them. When they're missing, I can find them if they're alive, right? But at the end of the day, I've done a lot. In a matter of a year, I've done a lot, especially with North Carolina and a case that's very near and dear to my heart that I just recently stepped out of, which is Sebastian Rogers. And much like, see, this is where it's strange. And one of the most difficult things was with Sebastian's case, he was a 15-year-old at the time. He's 16 now, autistic, high functioning autistic child, right? With other issues that just vanished. There is a likelihood of a scenario that's there, but again, it's kind of like what you were just saying. There's no evidence suggesting anything foul.
Yeah.
So you're just kind of left open arms and to assume the worst case scenarios. And it's crazy. I understand what you're going through because, much like your situation, this case is doing the same. You have people that step in. Well, she did it, or this person did that, or this person did this, but nobody knows the truth, right? You know what I'm saying?
It's bullshit.
And so I understand your frustration. And what I can tell you is that take the internet for what it is, but it is also one of the most useful tools to get his name out there and keep pushing.
Yes. And that's what I'm doing. And
That's the reason why we're here, brother. That's the reason why we're here.
And I'll get Amy if she can. She should have my number now, but if she could send me his flyer and stuff like that, or if Dan's got one, or if Dan knows if missing. South Dakota, do you have one?
I got his flyer.
Okay.
So we've got
All right.
Dan, where are you at?
I'm in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. You sound like a country boy. I'm from North Carolina, so I feel that twang coming from you, buddy. I feel that twang coming from you. Kids, I appreciate everybody that's listening. I want you to go on that finding Tyler Blake movie, because we need to find this young man.
Yes, I agree.
This young man needs to be home with his wife, his babies. He needs to hug his mama. He needs to cut the grass. He needs to clean the house. He needs to do all of these things that he was doing before. I don't know if he cleaned the house or not, but I'm just saying, most men, we do. But this is something that we have to stick together. Clean
I
house.
agree.
This is one thing.
South Dakota, their state agency, are they talking and communicating with you also?
The detective on the case, I communicate with her quite often.
Okay.
Yes.
And just from I've gathered this, there's 3 separate groups for Tyler. There's a search for Tyler, there's a where's Tyler Weathersby.
And honestly, I feel like they're all just bullshit, and
they're modern day ambulance chasers is what you're going to find out. A lot of these people.
So maybe if we can create a new one that's actually, valuable information, where the focus is let's come together and find Tyler, because these groups are just drama filled. It's a fictional book at this point. And so I think if we can make
this is reality.
No, trust me. This is just like.
What I really wanted to say, though, is that Mona has kept contact, and she's had contact with the detective on the case.
Okay.
But I will say, and what I've gathered, like his side of the family has not. And I think that that's what's really led to a lot of very strong, passionate, they want to find Tyler too,
Yep,
but they, up
absolutely.
until the
No,
last few
so I
weeks,
will say
have not heard from them.
the detective has had communication with Greg. That is a lie. A lot of the things are lies on the social media.
Okay, so this is Mona. This is me helping you from a friend to friend. You
Yes.
gotta. It's going to irritate you. It's going to set you. It's just
I
like this
know.
with Sebastian. I've been on the ground. I have over 3,000 search hours for this young man, and all because I
Oh,
refuse to
yeah.
label
Can't give
parents
up.
without any black and white paperwork. Right? I like nothing. If they're saying they have no foul play, then I'm not going to say it. But does it look like? It's the same thing I've always said about Sebastian's case. She was the last one with him, and I'm always going to question that. But at the end of the day, there's nothing. And until I hear it from the other side, I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing, searching. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't
Can't
let
give
this
up.
stuff get to you. You know what I mean? You can't.
Can't give up. Won't
Those
give
three
up.
babies need you, man, and they need their dad. And all you can do is these people are going to come. You're going to see them come in. I've been doxxed. I've been ripped apart. I've been spit out over this internet thing, but I still continue just pushing forward. Why? Because I have a purpose and I know what the sole purpose is. Just
Yeah.
like you do,
Hallelujah.
right? That's your husband.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
And
Exactly. Yeah, and can I please clear up one rumor that I'm seeing in the comments? Please. It says in the comments that Tyler messaged his mentor help. That is true. He was on the couch when he messaged his mentor help. That was due to his mental state.
Wow.
something.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Because even I want to say that
That's
Sunday we
that's
went to
scary.
church. We went to church and he got prayed over and he did not let me come into the prayer room, but he said, "Hey babe, I'm going to go get prayed over." And I just thought I
That
said,
breaks my
"Okay."
heart, man.
And yeah.
I know.
So,
Can I
My
say
heart is
this,
full, brother.
Mona Lisa?
huh?
If this is what you so just from all you can't you got to look at this different because I know it hurts because you feel like you couldn't have done nothing, right? Like you feel like if you would have known something or that you could have saved it, you could have done something. But at the end of it, he would he probably did, look. You have his three kids. You're the mother. You're his wife. Maybe this is what you got to understand is, and I'm saying this as a male. You do a lot already for him. Maybe just look at it as that he didn't want to be like a burden or anything. Like he didn't want to trouble you with anything because he wants you to. He didn't want you to have to worry about his stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Men don't display their emotions enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Just try not to let that because I can hear it, man. I what I can say is like, and I've got to go, but what I'll definitely connect with Amy and Dan sent me. He just sent it to me too. So I'll blast it over. I'm morely on YouTube now, but I'll do everything on this, and then um, just please do not let the internet tear you down. You have a mission. You have people that will surround you. I don't know it very well. I'll look into everything. You have my support. Anything I can do, I'll make. I've got, like I said, I got contacts in that area. Absolutely. I
okay.
know Dan does too, or he knows somebody that does. Dan's everywhere. So,
Hey, Steven,
uh huh.
Pappy into house. He wanted to know if you're watching the weather.
Yeah, I seen it. Tell him I seen it. That's
Okay.
another reason why I gotta go because I gotta get my son ready and all this other stuff. I mean, if we have it's abnormally warm. It's 70 degrees right now, and it was just
Stephen, shut up. Shut your mouth. It's 20 below zero right now. I don't want to hear that BS.
yeah. Well, it'll
Wait,
be
wait,
30
whoa, whoa,
tomorrow.
whoa.
That's
Wait a
what's
second.
crazy.
What did you say, Steven?
It's 70 right now.
Hey, can somebody kick him out of the box?
No
Mute it.
shit.
Mute
You gotta go. You got to
it.
go.
No, I mean
Hit
like
the
y'all
bricks.
understand it was just 30 yesterday. Now tomorrow it's gonna be 30 again. So it is warm
I
front.
We haven't seen 30 in a month and a half, man.
It's snowing right now here in Oklahoma.
Oh my
Damn, and I'm
gosh.
Steven, I'm black, so anything below 60 is a little cold to me, brother. I'm just saying.
My cousin said that all
I'm
the
just saying, man. Just
time.
saying.
My cousin
Steve,
Chris said that shit a lot.
I'm telling you, buddy.
He'd be a hood.
But
He'd have two hoodies on if you let him. I'm like, why you got that shit on? He's like, man, he said
I'm
you
cold.
damn white folk, man, y'all be burning
Yeah,
up all the time. He's
I'm
like, I'm
telling you.
freezing my ass off.
Say it, man. We go to Texas, man, in December, and everybody walking around with hoodies on. We're walking around in shorts. That ain't
Yeah,
happening.
yeah,
Yeah, that ain't
exactly.
happening today. But at the end of the day, y'all, I appreciate you, Stephen.
No, I appreciate
I
y'all.
want
Just
I want
wanted to
you to
keep your head up.
get Amy your contact so I can respond.
She's got it. She said, Amy, you've got the number,
Okay.
right?
I think so, yeah.
If you don't, I'll send it to you real quick. All right, y'all have a great night, Mona. If you need anything, I added you. So, and like I said, I'll do whatever I
Yeah,
can to help
please,
push the
please
information out.
contact me, message me, and yeah,
No,
thank
absolutely.
you.
Y'all have a great night. Dan,
Okay.
God bless
y'all
you,
be
baby.
safe, man. Thanks.
Ooh,
All right, Steven, I'll give
65
Bye.
you a
mile an hour
call.
winds. Be safe, Steven.
Oh,
I
get
will
it,
see it.
man.
All right,
Yeah.
guys.
And all right, Dan, are you still here with us?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to jump out and get my little one situated. But I've got all the information to the case, including the flyer. I just pulled it up. News Nation's been involved. NBC's been involved. So yeah, let me just see what we can do as far as reaching out to contacts in that area. See if we can find any search teams that are willing to be able to get involved.
Thank you.
All right.
You're the
I
man,
just
Dan.
followed you
You're the
too,
man.
Dan.
All
Thank you
right.
Stay
for everything
safe.
you do.
Stay safe and stay warm, my brother. God
All
bless you.
right. Later, guys.
All right.
Hey, Uncle Selwyn, we have Pappy in the house. Pappy, this is Uncle Selwyn, George Floyd's uncle.
Hello,
Hey,
Miss. Hello, Pappy. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. How you doing, sir?
You know, I am black and it is 25 below zero where I'm at right now. So I'm okay. I'm under a blanket.
Well,
The
I
heat,
am pale and watching the wind come through Tennessee like crazy.
man. Well,
And Stephen, I live
what's the
about 20
temperature?
minutes from Stephen, so he's not far from me. But that's why I was asking if he was watching the weather because we got 65-mile-an-hour winds coming through. Right now it's about 70 degrees, but we got snow flurries and snowstorms hitting us tomorrow.
Get
Oh,
it, buddy.
wow.
Get it. May
It
you
makes
be
no sense.
snowed in. May you be snowed in, my man.
No, that means it'll be close to me getting snowed in too, and I don't want to
Yes,
get snowed in.
may the hot spots be cold tomorrow.
No,
You
no,
know,
no.
kids, this is what I am getting back to, and the reason why Uncle Selwyn and Justice 929 and Setting It Straight with Selwyn had to do this because we need to find this young man. So if there's anybody out there that has any idea, that has any thought, that has any inkling, could you please help us? And all of these other theories and all of these other thoughts, man, it's not called for, it's not needed because somebody's in pain, somebody's hurting, somebody is missing their husband, a baby is missing their dad, friends are missing their friends, So we need to forget about all this other bullshit and come together as a group of people and figure out what we need to do to find this guy, whether he is in a homeless shelter or whether he decided to make a change in life. Tyler, don't know.
What
I'm just
area
telling
is
you.
he in?
Nothing, let me finish, please.
I'm
Nothing
sorry.
will happen to you. You cannot be punished or anything for taking a hiatus or a break from life. We need to know where you're at. We need to see your face, my man. He's in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Pappy.
Okay, I came in late, guys. I apologize. Uh, South Dakota. I don't really know anybody on that area, but I can. If somebody will send me some information, I'll put it on my page.
I appreciate you, Pappy. I appreciate you. That's what people do. People come together as a collective group because everybody has a heart. And we need people to open their heart, to open their mind, and to help us find this young man to bring him home. Because let me tell you, it breaks my heart to hear this young lady with 3 babies, being a single mother, hurting and knowing the struggle that she's going through. It's bad enough to have 3 babies with 2 parents, but it's a hell of a obstacle to be a single mother with 3 babies.
Yeah. And it looks like they ran her off because she's not up here anymore.
Yep, I think she jumped off. She initially, just for the record, she wanted to come on and she wanted to speak her truth. She wanted to kind of, talk through things. And then she decided against it and said, I just want his face and his name and stuff to be out there. And she kind of came on just to say a little piece. So I was surprised she stayed a little bit longer. I think she was definitely triggered.
I don't blame her.
That's unfortunate, again, like the intention is definitely not to, create sides or create divide. It's just to get people to come together and work towards the only goal that should be important. And that's not finding fault or finding, pointing fingers. It's just to find Tyler, to make sure that he's safe. And again, like you said, Selwyn, there's no there's nothing, you know what I mean, saying that, when he comes back, if he decides to, to show up tomorrow, there's no repercussions, So Tyler, if you're out here and you're hearing this, let somebody know that you're safe, reach
Yeah.
out to anybody and let them know that you're okay.
Man, I, for a person that has been through a lot of ridicule,
Thank you, Pappy.
I've I've seen some of these comments, and I'm just absolutely blown away by how tasteless people are, and how hard some people's hearts are, when we should all be praying and come together for a solution. That is to help this young man come home.
And that's just
And
it.
you have these people that are just spewing this hate. You should be ashamed of yourself. But guess what? That's what people do, man. That's what people do. I just hope that those people that are spewing that BS never find themselves in a situation like this,
Totally agree
because
with you.
this has to be hard. This has to be hard.
I agree,
You
and
know,
that's just it. I've spoke with Mona and I spoke with Tyler's mom. I've talked to a friend of Tyler's. They're all just hurting. You know what I mean? And the saying is, "Hurt people hurt people." You know what I mean? And so they're hurting as well. And with the separate sides and that kind of thing, like I just feel like that's not beneficial, because again, at the end of the day, that's your grandbaby over there, that's your child, that's Tyler's baby, you know what I mean? And at some point, no matter how this turns out, that baby is there in the midst of this, and grandma and mom are going to have to come to a resolution at some point, for that baby. And that's all
Yeah.
hanging in this balance of waiting to find out where Tyler is. So if we can
you
move that
know,
bar and get him found and home and safe and, have some resolution that way, I think that will,
all
start the
these
process.
relationships, yeah, all these relationships could hopefully get repaired. I To his family, I am sorry that all of these things have came upon you. I am so sorry that your brother, your son, your cousin, your uncle is missing. I don't know how I would act if I had somebody missing, but I do know how it feels to have somebody taken from me, and it hurts, and it hurts. I wish that somebody could have helped me uh, before my situation was created. We can't change that, but what we can do is we're going to try to help you all with this present situation so we can settle this mystery or or settle this heartache. Because this guy, I'm obsessed almost now. We're putting a gallant effort into to seeing this guy's face. You know, uh,
Yeah.
I hope he has. I hope that we get an opportunity to see this guy, so we can all say, "Hey, man, listen, God bless you. Thank you for being home." And
And just for the record,
if
he's not going to get in trouble if he comes in, reappears
nope,
and everything. Let's show our face and be safe and everything else. I would just be devastated if it was my child or my husband or anybody.
yeah, I'm sitting here and I can't even fathom. I can't even fathom my baby walking down the street doing the same things that he's done continuously over years. One day I didn't see him anymore. I just can't fathom that. And this has just absolutely got me just totally mind boggled how a human being can leave your house in a populated area and vanish.
I want to say something too about the people who are saying things like she wasn't searching and stuff like that. One of the things that I think kind of became more well known more recently, at least among the true crime community here on TikTok, with the Sanders case, is that cops do tell you to like stay put, don't do it. Like they'll go out and do their thing, and you know it's a stay put situation. Again, she also just had a baby. And you can't exactly go out, trekking around and dragging kids with you and stuff like that. So just, I wouldn't put a lot of weight on that.
I want to go back here. There was a comment. Shosu Falls had comments and had asked about the information on the statement, and I did want to kind of comment on that for a moment. Shosu Falls. I know that they've been posting about Tyler being missing. I don't know their connection. I haven't reached out to them or anything, but Mona did say that yes, that the FBI or is involved, and that they are planning to release a statement between them and the PD this week, apparently Thursday or Friday. She thought. She just told us about that this morning. That Tamian had actually reached out to her and said that he had spoke with police, and that was what their plan was. So I'm hoping we learn something from that. I'm hoping they release that video. I feel like that will be beneficial.
I can say too is that I want to add, you know, don't jump to just things too that you hear or see and things like that. You get things wrong.
I think that's just it. We all need to come together, however that looks, and just keep spreading the awareness about Tyler and keep praying for all sides. Pray for his mom, pray for his brother, pray for his children, his wife. They've all been affected in different ways, and being there to support and to pray and, hopefully bring resolution soon. This has gone on for a long time.
We could let's have a visual. Let's have a visual. Let's have something uh, that we can get these spirits together and wish for a miracle. Hell, miracles do come true, and I really don't know if this is. I don't know if this is significant as a miracle or not, but all we want is to see this young man's face. whether it's in Timbuktu or Sioux Falls, South Dakota. We need to see this young man's face. We need for his family. We need for the community. We need for that little baby girl he's got that'll be a year old next month to see his face. So once again, please help us. If you want to make an anonymous tip, make it. Doesn't matter. If anybody knows anything about this young man, please let us know. Laura Bullock from Missing People in South Dakota is always there. You can, hit Uncle Selwyn up. Whatever you need to do, newspapers, police officers, it doesn't matter. Somebody knows something, and that's all we want to know. So if there's anybody can tell us anything, any tips, any thoughts, please let us know, because this has gone on 6 months too long.
Absolutely. If you're game, Selwyn, I'm game. We can do a vigil.
Sweetie,
We can think about that too.
I am only right down the road. I will be in Sioux Falls. I got to fly out on the 21st. I'll be back on the 23rd. So it doesn't matter when it is. If you want to have a vigil, just let me know, and Uncle Selwyn will be there to participate. To give my blessings, to share my energy, because we need everybody that's got a heart that believes that this young man is out there somewhere to show up. Family, friends, foes, doesn't matter.
Yes.
Because it takes a community, and I think that we have enough people that can gather and come together and show some love and show some good spirits, for the family, for his family, for Mona Lisa.
Yes.
Amy, is
Absolutely.
Julie still here?
I think Jules went to sleep.
No,
Okay, I know she's tired.
I did.
Oh, Jules, my girl, what's up?
Hey, this was really, with the exception of some poor behavior, this was really great. And I think that,
What do you think?
Stephen and Dan are two of the people, Laura, that I was talking about the other night. So they're really good resources.
Even if he's where did he say he was at?
Well,
In Oklahoma.
Stephen,
I've got
Dan's in Oklahoma.
But he has a lot of contacts, he said, up in South Dakota. So I think that, you've got a case that I think he'd be very interested in. I can send the stuff to Amy to get to Stephen.
Hey, and
Yeah.
maybe Miss Julie will come out, because she's only about 4 hours away.
That's a long way.
That is a long way. And
Oh my God!
isn't like Timbuktu the same as
No, Sioux Falls is like
I'm just
Sioux Falls has
teasing.
got like 300,000 people.
I'm teasing.
It's a metropolis, man. Yeah,
I didn't think
the
it would have been
metropolis
appropriate
of
to
South
say.
Dakota. BFE, stop.
I would come out, yeah. And so I think you're gone 21st, maybe to the 24th. I have to look at the.
So Laura, I wanted to tell you too. I know you can hear me while you're muted, while you're on the other screen. But I wanted to tell you too that I actually have a friend who is he's a PI out in Utah, and I know he has like cadaver dogs and stuff like that too. So just a food for thought. I don't know like where all he's licensed to do the investigating part, but he does take his cadaver dogs out.
Yes. Okay.
Hey, hold on for a second. Hold on, y'all. I want to ask this question, Laura.
Yes, sir.
Laura,
Yes.
what is this question that has been reoccurring? What shower curtain?
Um,
No, you're muted.
are we there?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry about that. I can't speak on factual about this. I know there was conversation about the house being prayed over, and there was talk about ridding some bad spirits in the house. And again, that's, there's two sides. There's a lot of sides to every story. But there was a conversation about a shower curtain being removed. And I don't know the facts on that. So I don't want to, misspeak on that, but that probably would be better for Mona to answer. But yeah,
She's speaking now, by the way, people, because she was asked to. We asked her to. It's not some
Yeah.
like some conspiracy or anything like that.
Right.
And somebody asked why wasn't there a visual before now? I don't know. I don't know, but all I know is those are the type of things that I do. I want to do, because I like bringing communities together. I like bringing people together. I like to bring people that think in that positive way together. That's how things happen. That's how things get changed. That's how things get done.
Are we having to wrap up here?
No, I want to go through some of these questions, and you're the expert.
Oh, you know how many people have been muted? Hey, Sarah, I'm gonna need you before we end to go on there and like screen record all of the accounts. Like,
I did pop Sioux Falls Police Department in the comments. They're the investigating agency.
oh, you muted.
I can't go to my other screen and like read this off to you guys while I'm on here. But we can include and comment maybe later with the investigating agencies. There are a couple PIs that are involved too. Tyler's family has retained a private investigator, as has Mona, has a private investigator. And then the Sioux Falls Police Department, Detective Black is the detective on the case. To answer Angie, yes, there are multiple flyers. I made the initial flyer on the 5th of September with the information from Ashley's post and also the South Dakota Missing Persons Attorney General database. And then since then, the family has made posts and updated stuff. For example, the beanie that was initially stated that he was wearing a tan beanie. And then, the cameras and stuff showed he wasn't wearing anything on his head that day. So that kind of stuff has been updated. I'll also say he is entered in the national database. So for those not familiar, we have a state database that houses all of our South Dakota missing. And then there's the national database. That's everybody that's missing, unidentified, or unclaimed bodies. And there's a lot of our, well, today we've got 112 missing persons in South Dakota. Of those people, only 38 are in the national database. There's a big discrepancy in numbers, and that's kind of a fight that I have been fighting, is getting our people, in that national database for reasons such as if, unfortunately somebody was found deceased and unidentified in another state, our systems don't cross-check each other. So we would never know, so that's kind of a fight that I've been working on, getting people entered in that national database if they've been missing over a year. One thing that's really different about Tyler's case, Tyler went missing on the 4th of September, but by the 12th of September, he was in the national database. And that's an odd thing for me because I look at the database and we've got, over 100 missing, many that are over a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, and they're not in that database yet. And there's a lot of reasons for that. I mean, South Dakota is not a state that that mandates that coroners, law enforcement, medical examiners, we don't mandate that, these entities use the national database. So that's part of the problem. But again, one of those fights and one of those things that, there's a discrepancy, and it definitely hinders a little bit.
Somebody asked were planes, trains, and other like transportation, were they all looked into also?
As far as I've been told, yes. Yes, I believe PD has all access to that kind of stuff. And obviously, his accounts and that kind of thing. And they've kind of stayed on the side of there's nothing criminal. Nothing criminal has happened. They're not led to believe that there's anything criminal in nature with regards to his case.
Okay.
Well, kids, what I
Which
think
has
we should
frustrated a lot of people, And again, there's just a lot of raw emotion and a lot of passion behind
there
finding
is
Tyler.
there is I think what we should do is we will have another uh meeting or discussion here next week. Uh and we'll start having a weekly discussion, I think, because this is the way that people hear names. This is the way that people can see faces and see pictures. And this is just a way that I think that people can see change. So let's keep pushing the narrative. Let's find Tyler. Let's find Tyler. Tyler, we need you home, young man. Ladies, is there anything else we would love to discuss or communicate about? Because I think we have did what we initially and thought that we could accomplish.
Somebody
We
said,
have,
isn't the little girl Serenity Denard missing from South Dakota?
She is. Yes, she's been
yeah,
I don't
missing.
know that one either.
Oh, that one's heartbreaking. We can talk about that one another day. That one's a
yeah.
very sad case. She's 9.
Ugh.
I did want to kind of, put a little bug out there, because I've been getting a lot of pushback on why would you have Mona on here? Why are you promoting this? You're South Dakota Missing Persons. Why would you give her that platform? She just wants to be famous. You're giving her exactly what she wants. And
Oh my
I
God.
just want to say that, I don't do this for any side of the equation other than to find the person that's missing. I deal with a lot of families. I've been there when, families have found out that their loved ones are deceased. We just had a body that was found, that was identified as one of our missing. I I purely wanted to come on here and genuinely
We
to
do,
get the
we
word
don't
out
do
to
this for any
help.
other reason but to help.
Right.
We don't do this for fame, fortune, or anything. We do this to help people. And if you will look and see what we do in our real lives, that is helping people 24/7, all day, every day, every week, every month, every day. We get calls, whether it's missing people, whether it's people that have been affected by gun violence, whether it's people that's been affected by police brutality.
Hey, Tanawa.
This is what we do every day.
Mm-hmm.
What you do sometimes is
Oh,
what you
sorry.
do all the time. So for
Right.
all these people out here that say that we want to give Mona a platform, dog, the hell with fame. We're trying to protect somebody's life. We're trying to find somebody that's been missing for 6 months. We're trying to bring somebody home. Just like we go and stand up at a Sonia Massey or a Tyrese Nichols to help their families go through the shit that they got to go through when their family member gets murdered or killed. We're trying to help bring this man home. So if there's anybody that would like to help us, please help us. If there was anybody that wants to talk nonsense, please stay out of our way.
Yes.
With that being said,
Preach.
is there
Hey,
anything else? Is there anything else
No,
that my friends would like to say?
we shall reconvene. I will say that I think we should talk about more missing persons cases and see what we can do. I think that people need to realize there's power in numbers, and people can get things done if they do work together instead of, being so divisive. And I don't know, just think what you want, but just remember
Yeah,
that sometimes you might need. I don't hush. Sometimes you may need to say something, but it doesn't mean it needs to be heard.
absolutely.
like assholes. A lot of them stink. Gotta wash them. And opinions stink. Because we've seen a lot of opinions that are just absolutely poo-poo. So stop. Stop the bad narratives. Damn, how would you like it if you were in this situation and somebody was saying these things to you? How would you feel if somebody was bringing up all this nonsense and bullshit and your husband was not with you, your wife wasn't with you? God, have a heart, have a soul.
Yeah.
Uncle Selwyn, you pray?
All the time, baby.
Can you lead us in a prayer while we close out?
I'm not that Uncle Selwyn, though.
Oh, come on now.
I'm not that Uncle Selwyn. Julie can, though.
No, I sure cannot. Laura, why don't you?
Hey, you know what, man? Laura, can you
I'm
do
not
it?
good at praying.
Okay. Hey, I'll get it,
Prayer
man. I'll
buddy,
get it
but
if I need to. Lord, please help this family seek salvation with having Tyler come home. God, bless all the souls that have listened to us. Give them the strength to help us bring this young man home. Amen. I haven't prayed in public in a long time. Maybe that didn't sound good, but it came from my heart. And if anybody knows anything, please, 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 please help us bring this young man home.
Yeah. Hey, Julie.
all right. Well, I look forward to, another day, another conversation.
Let's
I appreciate
Yeah, I
let's
thought
have
this
one.
was
on
great.
and listen.
Let's
And
have one
Kim with
next
the
week.
pennies, I didn't know that was you. I can't wait to talk to you with
Do you know I've
Paul and
known her
Kim.
for years?
No, that's great.
I have. The very first podcast I was ever on was with her.
Wow.
Hey,
Yes, we
Amy,
pray for peace.
tomorrow is just really going, oh my God. Uncle Selwyn did it. Uncle Selwyn did it. Yes, I did, T. And I was thinking about that spirituality that I get when I talk to you, sister.
To me? Were you saying to
Now,
me?
who is this? Who is? Oh, is that my girl? Is that my girl
That's
from Ohio?
yes, the
Jenny?
Peter Kenny
Jen?
case. Yeah.
All right, you guys. I gotta jump off.
All
My
right,
kids are
kiddo.
probably crying.
Thanks,
Bye,
Laura.
Laura.
All right, thank you
I'm
guys. Have
out.
a good night. All right.
Yes. Are you guys zooming tomorrow or what?
Yeah, we're doing a podcast.
Oh, invite me.
Okay.
Cool. What time?
I don't know. I never get invited.
I gotta look. Just a second.
You got to talk to my president, my director.
I don't want to be on camera. Jeez,
Show
I think
your
I
face.
need training. I
She
haven't been
said
on.
3 Central Time.
Oh gosh, I'll send you the link.
Kennedy, have you set your show up with Juliet?
Yeah, she said 3 o'clock tomorrow.
Oh, we're kicking it to her tomorrow.
That's
Yeah,
what it says.
so we're doing I think it's 2:30. Yeah, it's
To
2:30
Oh, 3:30
2:30
Eastern.
Central.
yeah,
No, it's
2:30
okay.
Central,
Yeah.
3:30 Eastern. And I'll send this to you, Amy, so you can join us. Is that okay?
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a good one because we can talk about all the corruption in Ohio. Trust me, my girl knows it all. My
Oh
girl is
yeah.
a fighter. My girl fight like hell, son. She was the one that put on that event that I went to, the wrongful conviction. And
Yeah.
Miss Jenny's a bad girl, son. Bad girl. Bad girl.
Yep. I met
Little
her
short.
with. Actually, I met her first, and she introduced me to Tamara and Gay Lisa and the rest.
Yeah, that my girls. That my girls. That my girls. If I'm gonna fight, if I've got to fight a bunch of bears, I'm gonna bring them two with me. I can stand in the back and they kick some ass. Love it.
Naughty.
I love that.
Love it. Love it. Well, well,
Okay.
well. Looks like it'll be a beautiful day tomorrow.
It will.
My
Yep.
girls, my president, my
Yep.
vice president, the boss.
Wait. Yep.
Y'all are just absolutely spectacular human beings, and I am blessed to have an opportunity to share this platform and to share this space with you too.
Well, thank you.
Ditto,
And
kiddo.
you
Thanks,
know,
Kirby. Thanks,
and
everyone.
that and that other one, we'll get a tan next weekend if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh God, it'll be 85 degrees, and we can talk fast to everybody.
You
Holy,
know where I'm going to be next weekend?
where?
Where?
I'm going to be at the Savannah Bananas.
Oh, fun.
What the hell is that?
It's an exhibition. It's like the Harlem Globetrotters for baseball.
Retain that information.
Okay,
So
I'm so enthusiastic about that, man. Who's on first? What's on second? I don't know who's on third.
yeah, you have to go. Yeah, I'll send you a video of them. They're funny,
They're
but
really talented.
yeah, I mean they're really good baseball players. But they it's an exhibition team.
That's cool. That's cool.
Even the refs out there, like, or the umpires out there, shaking his butt.
Well, we don't want to see all of that mess. Well, that's too much.
No, we
That's too
do
much
want to see
stuff.
that. That's the
some,
whole point of
No,
going.
some of us
no,
do.
no, no. Some of y'all might do, but I don't want to see no man shake his buttocks. That's just not what I like
Then
to
you sit on
see.
the other side of the field.
Listen, hey, 1%. Stop it.
Thank you, Rachel. Thank you,
You know.
Sarah.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Sarah.
Kirby.
Thanks,
Thank you guys
Herbie.
for being here. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for
And
the
Philly's
gifts.
too. Thank
We're
you.
gonna definitely be doing more and more regular. And
I say
eh.
we'll probably be doing them weekly.
Jenny, you're always late.
Hey, always remember, kids. You can also uh, you can also come to Straight with Selwyn and check me and Julie out from time to time,
Oh,
and
yeah.
maybe Amy if she's nice.
Y'all
Yeah.
don't let me come.
Check out Selwyn's
No,
podcast, Setting It Straight with Selwyn.
I'm like, no, listen, I'm like what my mom would say. You're like their little redheaded stepchild. Nobody likes you.
no. It's Julie. I told Julie to invite you, Amy. I was like, hey, let's say Amy be a co-host. Amy,
Mm.
it has
Wow.
taken Amy. It's taken Julie. I
Wow.
ain't throwing her under the bus. Stop it, Jules. Stop it.
Ugh,
I love you.
Jules.
You know
Wow.
what? It's taken
Listen.
my girl. It's taken my girl about 3 shows, Amy, and
Yeah.
now she worked in. She's worked in. She was a little slow at first,
Well,
and
because,
now
okay,
she's working in.
so if this is any example of how it goes, it's extremely difficult to get a question in edgewise. And Amy, how we had agreed that you would introduce per Selwyn.
Ah, man, listen,
He just,
listen. Listen, I was passionate
I know.
about getting
I
this
know.
story out. You know what I'm saying? But
Hey, look,
it's not for y'all
Jules.
to call your boy out like that, though.
Hey,
Well, I
Jules.
mean,
This
you
this
just
is what you
called
got
me
to
out.
do. So, start saying your ABCs.
F.A.
That's all you got to do. Just mute him. Sorry, Selwyn. I muted you. You'd have to unmute. I don't think he figured it out yet.
He's
I love you,
talking.
Selwyn.
Talking.
He probably is still talking. Selwyn, you're muted. Oh, that's funny. Okay.
Hello? Hello? That's some
Yes.
trickeration you just did on me, man.
Well, I was trying to show her an example of
Light
what
skin.
she has to do.
Light skin. Light skin.
So,
1%. I got that tail now. That's for sure, man.
oh.
Hell.
So, everyone, it is hell being me having to deal with these two on a daily basis.
Mm,
They mute me. They say bad things to me. They talk smack
Mm-hmm.
to me. But you know what?
hmm
I love these two girls. They're just all right.
We are all right.
We love you too.
So, as I always say, y'all, you know how I end everything, Julie, don't you know?
Do it.
Everyone, thank you for joining us. Please remember, let's find Tyler. Let's bring Tyler home. And as
Yeah.
I always say, you always remember this quote: dream, breathe, then deliver. I'm out.
Good night.
He's out. Good
Holla.
night.
Holla.
Thank you, guys.